seats, please. To start off, we are going to be telling a story, but it will be an orchestrated story. Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to point to an improviser. Let's say her name is Jill, and Jill would begin telling a story as long as I am pointing to her until I move my hand away, at which point she must cease to speak immediately. At that point, I will pick another improviser, for example, Beth, who would pick up the story exactly where Jill left off. Exactly where she left off. Even if it's in the middle of a sentence, she has to pick it up right there and then in this orchestrated story. That's right. The short description is me pointy, they talky. That's that. Improvisers will then tell a wonderful, complete story. You'll see a lot of them tonight. But first, we'll start you off with something fun. And may I please, from you, the audience, have something that you value. Cigarettes. First thing I understood to the question, something people value, is cigarettes. I'm glad our Juby program is working. Who said that? That's it? There you go. There you go. I'm glad you value cigarettes.
He hates Mexicans too.
That's it.
Only the one on stage.
All right. Hey, be nice. There's children in the audience. Remember, kids aren't born hating, they're taught to hate. Don't learn how to hate, okay? All right, good. This is a story all about cigarettes. We'll teach you about those instead. Improvisers, are you ready? Yeah! Here we go. Audience, are you ready? Yeah! The cigarette story.
Little Timmy loved smoking cigarettes. They tasted great and were healthy. There's nothing wrong with cigarettes, he would think, every day as he smoked in front of his mom and dad.
And his mom and dad encouraged him and would sign him up for cigarette smoking classes so he would know exactly how to hold the cigarette and light it properly without burning the house down.
Several years later, his mom read a newspaper article about how cigarettes might not be good for Timmy. And so she went to her husband and asked him if they should maybe stop serving cigarettes to Timmy.
And her husband said, "No way, because I signed Timmy up for the cigarette smoking championship tomorrow, and he is going to win."
Besides, that's just liberal news bias anyway. There's nothing scientific about cigarettes being unhealthy, and that's a proven fact. But
in fact, they strengthen your lungs. That's what the tobacco companies tell us, so it must be true.
There hasn't been a single cigarette champion that did not smoke cigarettes. And so they took him to the cigarette smoking championship.
And as the day of the event started, all of Timmy's friends showed up with their favorite pack of cigarettes. Some of them red, some of them blue.
But one of Timmy's little friends, Joey,
smoked a cigarette that was orange, and the orange smoke started
to rise above the rest of the smoke even higher.
And Timmy actually started smoking out of his
pipe. But that's okay because it was still tobacco.
And tobacco is just as
good for you out of a pipe as
marijuana is.
She meant oregano.